What's up, Team Sorority Gamer Channel? It is your boy John here with you guys today, and you've guessed it, we are playing some old school RuneScape here on mobile. Basically, we are still cutting U-logs. I know, it's not super exciting, but I've been continuing with the U-logs and doing my bulk flipping. But yeah, that is where I've been in the game. As you can see here, both the alt and my main are playing. I'll have the alt walk out there for you. There you go. So that's my alt. Not super high, as you can see, but that is the alt account. It is catching up on woodcutting because sometimes my main account, I don't end up playing it as often because it's on my main phone and I don't want it to die all the time. So I end up playing on my alternate phone that I have for gaming, that I do some gaming on. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, guys, what is going on? What's new? I have not had the time to play any more of that new Star Wars game that I downloaded. I have not watched any episodes of Star Wars Acolyte, and I'm pretty sure it's been out for 3 or 4 weeks now, or at least there's 4 episodes. I think it was 2, so 3 weeks it's been out. I haven't seen any of it, and that is honestly super sad for me. Quite depressing, but in a good way. Like, life has been so busy. It is crazy. I started a new job recently, and that has been awesome. I'm really loving it, but it's also time-consuming. A few months ago, I was in school. I had gone back to school to do like a master's program, and that went really good. I graduated with honors. But that was a lot less time-consuming than holding down a 40-hour-a-week job is, or more than 40 hours sometimes. But yeah, that is what's been going on with me kind of in my personal life. As far as gaming goes, Nate has been not really playing RuneScape. I know, it's a big shocker because he is the king of RuneScape, but Nate's been busy with work and with life, and he hasn't been on much, and now I find myself contemplating, how much do I want to be pouring into RuneScape? Or do I want to try to play some other games or maybe find something to play with Nate? So, I don't know. We've been talking about some stuff. I do like that I can AFK at, doing a lot of AFK stuff here on mobile. I find that super beneficial. But, I'll have to figure out if that's something that I continue doing or if I use my resources to play other games. When I have time. Maybe not as much because I won't be able to AFK them. RuneScape has a great AFK model, but there's other idle games and things like that you can play that I'm sure have some level of, not having to pay attention all the time kind of thing. Also, the other big thing, for those of you who've been around the channel a long time, you'll know Nate and I, years ago when we started this channel, we were doing videos every day. And we were trying to get them out, I think it was like every day, or at least 5 days a week. Like, it was nuts. It was so intense. And our videos from back then aren't great. And then we had a hiatus because we were just super burnt out. And it didn't grow really fast. And so it was just a little discouraging, I'm sure. Then we came up with our new model, which is 3 days a week. So Nate and I drop videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Make sure you hit that notification bell because you want to find out when those videos drop. Also, make sure you subscribe because we've seen a ton of people here and not everyone's subscribed yet. So definitely subscribe because we would love to see the channel grow so that we can maybe invest some of whatever the channel can produce back into the channel. That is our ultimate goal with this. Nate and I both have really great full-time jobs. We're not looking for this YouTube thing to become our full-time job. We are looking, though, to, hopefully make it to monetization, get a couple bucks off of the videos, and then we're going to use that money to buy games. We're going to buy trading card games, board games. We want to buy tabletop games, video games, stuff that we can feature here on the channel. Basically, we just want to make a little bit of money off the channel to pour it right back into the channel to be able to make better content. We usually put out our own, obviously right now, we put out our own money for anything we buy to open on the channel, for any gear we use for the channel, like all the equipment and everything. But we love doing it. It's so much fun when we can get together, especially if we get together with the guys and do big pack openings. It is such a blast. We have so much fun, such great times, good memories. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. What's the best step forward? And honestly, guys, we've been thinking about maybe switching up our schedule again. We find that Wednesdays is probably our biggest days that our videos hit. I don't know why. YouTube doesn't tell me why necessarily, but in the back end, our videos on Wednesdays, one of our videos that went our biggest views ever, like the 1.5K that we had a few weeks ago now, maybe a month and a half. It was a Wednesday video. You know, a couple days ago, I dropped a video. Again, they're constantly hitting on Wednesdays higher than other days. So we're looking at possibly switching up the schedule once again, and maybe we will be posting Wednesdays and Saturdays. They say there's a really good weekend market for videos, and our hope with this is not to have less content for you guys. That's definitely not the goal, because we also are thinking if we switch to this schedule, Nate and I will have the ability to do live streams on another day of the week maybe, or possibly we're looking at putting some shorts out again. Sometimes, you know, people are really big into that content, consuming shorts content. So that's something that we've definitely been looking at and considering. Honestly, guys, the thing that's the most mind-blowing right now, this is total like squirrel moment here. I have been woodcutting this same yew with both accounts. My account here has 77 woodcutting, and the alt has 67. And right now, the alt has one more yew to fill the inventory, and we need 8. How does that even make sense? I don't know. RuneScape is #broken. Just kidding. But yeah, so we're looking at maybe offering some more content in different forms, whether that's long live streams, streaming games, gameplay, tabletop live streams. I mean, we could do so many things. So we are really thinking about that and trying to see how we could work that in. And then also the biggest thing is, and I took actually some courses on social media and social media development, you know, how to make videos, all these things. And guys, what we're really hoping if we go down to 2 is that we can increase our video production, our quality. We know that you guys want to watch quality content. You want to see really good, clean, crisp, high quality video. You like high quality audio, you know, good production value. And so our thought, our hope, Nate and I, is if we drop down to 2 videos a week, that we'll be able to increase the production value for you guys. And we just know that that's going to lead to channel growth. And ultimately what we're trying to do here is build a awesome collaborative group of gamers who enjoy different aspects of gaming. You know, we find that it is cool that there's so many people who have really big channels for video games, or even maybe just a single specific video game, or even a single console type concept. And then in the TCG or tabletop scene, people are really big into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, or Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, anything. List them all here. But you know what? A lot of people are interested in more than one aspect of that. Nate and I, we're huge, you know, video gamers. Nate even more than me. Mobile gaming. But we're also huge into TCGs and CCGs. Board games, we have a huge board gaming group that we do some really epic board gaming with. So we want to try to have a space where people can come from all aspects of gaming and enjoy the content that's being produced. Yeah, it maybe doesn't hit on the algorithm. I'll be honest with you guys, it probably doesn't. Why? Because sometimes I'm putting out RuneScape videos. Sometimes Nate and I are putting out Pokemon videos. Sometimes we're putting out, you know, random board game videos. And, you know, Pokemon Go and all these different things. And so we're not necessarily hitting the mark that the algorithm wants, but that's okay. We're not really here super focused on the algorithm. We like seeing that more people are following and subscribing. We like seeing that our watch time has gone up 300 or 400%. We like seeing that you guys are interested in what we are doing. And that's what matters to us, is you guys, the community. So we want to continue to grow this authentic community of gamers. This is a channel that is for gamers, by gamers, and we care about all of you gamers. We want to be able to make content about all kinds of things, whether it's deck boxes and sleeves, whether it's TCG games, new games, hot games, old games, dead games, games from the 90s that are super nostalgic and give you a nostalgia trip. You know, video games from back in the day, video games from today. What's the coolest new mobile game? You know, and maybe even cover some off things like when new Star Wars shows or movies come out, because that's a huge part of what we love. You know, we love that culture. We're big into Star Wars. We're big into Lord of the Rings. We're big into Harry Potter, things like that. And so that's really what we're looking to do here, guys. So what's going to be the title of today's video? Today's video is probably going to be titled something like Old School RuneScape / channel updates, because that's what happened. I wasn't sure what was going to happen for today, but I basically wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on behind the scenes, what our plans are, what our future hopes and dreams are for the channel, because it's you guys that can make that happen. Nate and I, we're going to keep putting content out there because honestly, it's fun for us, and it's a catalog that we can look back on and be like, wow, look at how things changed, or look what we used to play, look what we used to enjoy. But really, if the channel grows in the aspect of more content for you guys, that'll be people, following, liking, sharing, subscribing. We love getting to interact with you guys. Man, when someone lights us up in the comments, it is like the highlight of our week. Nate or I, first person to realize it, we are messaging the other guy, and I'm like, Nate, someone commented on the video. Or Nate's like, dude, did you see that we got a new comment? It is so exciting for us to be able to engage with the community, because that is really what we want to do, guys. We want to create this awesome community of gamers that just love chatting, talking about things, trying new things. I've been trying flipping. Why? Because someone in the comments talked to me about flipping in RuneScape, and so that is why I'm doing it. And it is awesome, and it's been fun, and it's given me something to make content around. Which reminds me, I was just at the bank and I didn't check my flips, but I'll have to do that next time I go back with an inventory. But anyways, guys, I'm rambling now. That's what happens when you get to be an old man. So I really appreciate you all being here. That's sort of what's been happening in the background for myself, for Nate, what's happening with the channel. We're looking at making some changes. If you guys see some changes, we hope you stick around. We appreciate you guys being here. We really appreciate just everyone who's sharing, commenting, liking. It really helps the algorithm. Again, we're not chasing the algorithm for crazy, because if we were, we would probably try to just stick to one thing and make only content about that. But that's not our lives, man. Nate and I, he hasn't played RuneScape in weeks, probably over a month. So what, he's just going to completely stop the channel? No, he's been playing some other games, and he's thought about doing some recordings for those now that he's kind of gotten more familiar with it. Because the other thing is, we don't want to just be recording stuff and putting it out there and have no idea what we're talking about, because that just makes it, not good for other people too. So that's where he's at, and I've been enjoying playing RuneScape, doing some AFK methods and AFK training and stuff like that. But also, I've really been wanting to jump back in on my Pokemon TCG Live. Here I go rambling again, guys. You've listened to me for far long enough. Today, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It helps to grow us. Make sure you comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you think you'd like us to cover. Nate and I are pretty chill. We're pretty flexible. Let us know what kind of style of video you guys like. Do you want to see us? Nate and I haven't had ourselves in the videos yet, because really, we're trying to feature the games. But if you want to see us in the corner, if that's something that makes the video that much better, more appealing, that's something we could look at doing. We have the capability to do it. It's just not something we've done. We've really always just featured the content that we were creating, not really ourselves, because we're not actors or famous or anything like that. We're just two gaming dudes that grew up in the 90s, falling in love with Pokemon and all that crazy stuff, and Game Boy and N64, and now we're just, into our 30s and loving it still. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. We're going to call this Ramblings of an Old Man. If you hear this long, put hashtag ramblings in the comments. It'll make me laugh real good. As always, guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you comment, share, like, subscribe. This is John signing off. I will catch you all in the next video.